And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to. We've got college golf as the Schenkel Invitational underway at Forest Heights Country Club and wrapped up this past weekend. We'll also send you over to New Orleans, where the Georgia Southern men's basketball team was battling it out in the Sun Belt tournament. We'll also have some high school baseball to get to, as well as the Georgia Southern football holding their annual pro day. All that and more. We'll begin with the Georgia Southern golf team, who struggled on day one in the Schenkel, which got underway on Friday. On Saturday, they made a little bit of headway, got into third place, and then Sunday, they just put the field behind them. On the front nine, they shot 15 under par. They shot 20 under for the tournament, ended up in first place, easily outdistancing their second place Mississippi State and ETSU following in second and third. And then individually, Stephen Fisk helped cap off his senior year with the individual title, which he had 14 under for the tournament, 7 under on Sunday. He had Brett Barron and Ben Carr both finishing in the top 5 as well. So a great tournament for the Eagles to finish off Stephen Fisk's home finale in style, if you will, for playing there at the Schenkel. We'll have highlights and interviews coming up in just a moment. As for the men's basketball team, unfortunately, their season came to a close in the semifinals to UT Arlington. They beat Louisiana Monroe in the opening round, then were leading late in the game against Arlington. Some tough calls went against the Eagles. They end up losing that one. Season comes to a close, and you close the book on Tukey Brown and Monte Glenn, who've been great players there at Georgia Southern, and Tukey finishes as the leading scorer in the Division I history at Georgia Southern. We'll send you out to New Orleans for highlights of that, the pro day at Georgia Southern, and Southeast Bulloch sweeping Windsor Forest in baseball. All that and more coming up in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the annual Schenkel Invitational taking place at Forest Heights Country Club on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's send you out for some of the action. Breezy conditions would make scoring tough during the first round of the Schenkel on Friday. The host, Georgia Southern Eagles, playing along with Notre Dame and Kentucky. For the Wildcats, Fred Allen Meyer had the flat stick working. He sinks the birdie putt. A couple holes later, Meyer at it again. This time he finds the bottom of the cup, picking up birdie at the par 4 14th. At one point Friday, Georgia Southern sat in last place, but the Eagles turning things around late in the opening round. Brett Barron with the Eagle opportunity at 18. He just misses, winds up making his birdie putt there at the par 5 finisher. Back on the par 4 17th, Mason Williams from just off the green sinks the birdie putt. Georgia Southern finishing strong. The Eagles sitting at 2 over par, heading into Saturday's second round. As we move on to Saturday's action, the Eagles trying to gain some ground. Here on number 9, nice chip by Stephen Fisk. He'd end up tapping that in for a birdie. Fisk in first place individually on Saturday. And later out of the bunker, Ben Carr on 12 chips it up pretty close. He'd make that for a birdie. Carr helping to lead the comeback. More from the Eagles, staying on number 12, and it's Fisk for eagle. He just misses this one. He'd tap that in for a birdie as the Eagles move into third place going into the final round on Sunday. Sunday, Forest Heights Country Club decide for the final round of the Schenkel Invitational, and plenty good shots to look at. Here on number 5, Austin Carter of ETSU. Great shot, and he'll bump the ball of Garrett Johnson of Mississippi State. Carter ends up tied 5th individually at -4. Here's Mississippi State's Ford Clegg with the chip. Nice one here on number 9. He'd finished tied for 13th at 1 under. June Tae Kim of ETSU on 14 puts it close. Kim finishes tied for 10th at -2. But like this putt on number 5 by Carter, everybody coming up short on Sunday because the Georgia Southern Eagles were on fire. The Eagles red hot out of the gate on a chilly Sunday morning. Brett Barron's second shot here on the par 4 5th hole up close as it stops. Then from 12 feet away, Barron drains the birdie putt. Barron would then step up to the par 3 6th hole. And check out his tee shot here. This one stops and ends up about 4 feet away, just on the right of the hole. He tapped that in for a birdie, staying on number 6. And it's freshman Ben Carr. Carr with the 5-foot birdie putt, and he sinks it. The Eagles soar into first place ahead of ETSU and Mississippi State to number 7. Barron looking for the hat trick, and he birdies 3 in a row. He finished 7 under for the day and was 3rd overall individually, staying on 7. Check out the resiliency of the freshman Carr. He chunks his 3rd shot, but GATA means get after that again. And check out the chip this time. This one rattles the hole. It's in for the birdie. It was a total team effort for the Eagles, and JUCO transfer Jake Maples on in 2 on the par 5 9th. This one up tight. He'd end up tapping it in for the birdie. Maples shoots a 33 on the front and a 69 on Sunday. Back to Carr we go, and this kid just doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. A tough chip on his 3rd shot on 9, but no problem. He just steps up and drains the 22-footer for birdie and a front side 33 as well. Carr then finishing his round in style, the 15-foot birdie. He'd end up placing 4th individually at 5 under for the tournament. But the man of the day, and the tournament for that matter, was senior Stephen Fisk. Ranked as one of the top collegiate golfers in America, Fisk showing why Sunday. The 17-foot birdie here on number 6 downhill, and he makes it look easy. Then after a great second shot, here's the chip on number 7. He puts it about 4 feet away. He has that for a birdie. No surprise as he drains it. Then on number 9, Fisk with his 3rd shot on the par 5 hole. Chipping it down into the gully. Giving himself an uphill 12-footer, which he rams home. He'd shoot an eye-popping 5 under 31 on the front side. On the back, he'd birdie arguably the toughest hole on number 10. Then on the par 5 12th, this for eagle, it rims out. He'd tap in for a birdie to go to 7 under through 12. To 16 we go, and from 15 feet out, he's got another one, -8. He'd bogey 17, and then on 18, he'd make the par putt. 7 under for the day, 14 under for the tournament, his 8th career victory, setting a Georgia Southern school record. And oh, by the way, the Eagles 20 under on the day, ties the Schenkel one-day record set by Alabama. The Eagles win by 13 strokes.
It would have been nice to have the lead coming in today, a little less stress, but the boys just played so great. And, our assistant coach, Cody O'Toole, did an absolutely phenomenal job all week, and a lot of credit to him and all the entire team for being great supporters of each other. And, all that showed today. All their hard work from this entire semester came and culminated today, and it was pretty special. We can't ever control the results, but we have been playing very, very good golf lately. And anybody that's been willing to listen to me, I've been telling them that this team's on the verge of something special. And today they did it. It was pretty special what they did. It's the job of the first guy to kind of get some stuff going, and Mason did a great job of getting off to a slow start, but really turning nicely. And then Jake right behind him played a phenomenal front nine, and then it just trickled back from there. But it was a total team effort this week, and it took every one of them to get this done. One of my favorite things in the next week or two is going to be taking down the Alabama scorecard that's in our tavern and putting this one up there. So couldn't be more proud of the guys and everything they accomplished this week. Definitely showed a lot of grit and perseverance, and to do what we did today shows you how much this tournament means to them.
It means so much to us. We know how much it means to coach, and Crawford being from Statesboro, it's just so great for our program. Happy to get the win. I didn't know what we were at until 12, but I could tell everybody was playing pretty well. Steven behind me looked like he was playing pretty well. Brett in front of me, saw him rolling a couple putts. And everything just seemed to go our way today. I just kind of think it was a little bit of destiny.
Does that put pressure on you or take pressure off when you know the other guys are doing pretty good?
Oh, it definitely takes pressure off. Knowing your teammates are playing well, there's no better feeling than that. It kind of just frees you up to go play a really good round of golf.
It feels great to get it done this week. It's one of the few things that I felt like was missing from my resume here at Georgia Southern, and only had one last try. And today was really special. It was a grind, and it was great. And my brothers played great too. To just blow the field away like they did, it's incredible. I can't describe how it feels. It's really cool to be able to say that I got the record here at the Schenkel in front of all the fans and in front of my teammates and my family and my girlfriend. And it's I don't even know what to say. It feels great. Just the whole day, I kind of had a calmness about me. Once I got to the course this morning, and I was able to carry that over to the course and execute and hit some really good shots early that settled me into the round and kept me going into the back nine.
Steven's been one of the greatest players this program has ever seen, if not the greatest player this program has ever seen, and for him to go out the way he did is very deserving. And proud is not the word. It's something a lot bigger, but proud of him.
What is it about Steven?
Tenacity, toughness. Never takes no for an answer. He's probably the toughest fighter I've ever been around. And he's been unbelievably hard worker. He's always believed in himself. And, 8 wins in the last really 2.5 years. College golf we'll be happy when he leaves.
We've been through it all in my 4 years, and he's stuck by me every time, even when he shouldn't have. So I'm very grateful to him for everything that he's done for me in my time here.
Next up for Georgia Southern, they'll be on the road at the Tar Heel Invitational taking place in Chapel Hill, with North Carolina being the host school in that one. Stay with us. We'll head out to Georgia Southern football's Pro Day coming up next. 3, 2, 1.
What does it mean to have financial freedom?
At Queensboro Wealth Management, we're helping people figure that out
and giving them a plan to get there.
If you have a desire to take control of your finances and live with financial purpose,
We will use every bit of our knowledge to help you.
And there's no cost to get started.
Download a free kit from our website, then give any of us a call. QWM is Queensboro Wealth Management. Let's begin today.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy. In-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests and ultrasounds, in-house lab. And introducing our new nurse practitioner, Melissa Beasley, as we now accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care. Well, we know there have been some pretty good success stories from Georgia Southern football players in the pros, most notably a couple running backs in Matt Breida and Jerick McKinnon, quite a few others giving it a shot this past week. Let's get out and see how things went.
I've been real nervous. I'm not going to lie about that. You know, I'm human. But, I mean, when I actually got in the weight room and started warming up and stuff, actually weighed in, did my vert and everything, did my bench, it was just like game day. Once you get those first few reps, you know, it's just follow through, just keep the pace and keep going.
It's once in a lifetime that kids just can dream about playing in the league and just come out here and do pro day, man. Just come out here and just enjoy it, man. This is once in a lifetime. You can't get it back. So I certainly did have fun today out here with my guys, man. I feel like we did an awesome job today, showing the scouts what we can do.
I thought I was going to have butterflies, but I didn't. I wasn't nervous, anything like that. I'm just glad it's over. I mean, I cherish the moment, you know, live in the moment, but I'm just glad it's over. Honestly, I think Jerick McKinnon set the stage first, and Breida just followed up with something special also, him and Eligwe. So just that right there, just showing that we breed athletes down here, and we Georgia Southern man, Coach Lunch would call it, good character guys and good athletes.
Yeah, me and Wes actually had a conversation with Matt Breida a couple weeks ago because, you know, he worked out at the same place we worked out. So, you know, he was just telling us just, you know, go with the process and everything will fall in place. A couple scouts, you know, they're telling me make sure I stay low. You know, just basically coaching me up throughout the whole process and make sure I'm updated on information that they have.
Just what them guys did over in college, man, just their college careers, just trying to fill their shoes and just the hard work they've been putting in the league, just each and every day, and just trying to bring that same mentality to the league, because, you know, college is different from high school and the NFL is certainly different from college. So just trying to get that work ethic and the mental aspect of the game back.
Going into the day, I wasn't really thinking about it like that, but when I got down there in the weight room and just saw how many people showed up and how many scouts were here, and I got a little nervous. I was like, man, you know, I really want them to do a good job and, you know, hopefully get to fulfill their dreams. And, you know, so yeah, I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of this football team, because obviously what our football team did and what our staff did gives these guys opportunities. And obviously too, you know, with what some of our guys are doing in the NFL right now with Breida, you know, and then hopefully Jed will come back next year and be on top of his game, you know, but just that notoriety always helps our guys.
And stay with us. Up next, we'll head to the basketball arena for Georgia Southern in the Sun Belt Tournament. Come visit us locally here in Statesboro at Piedmont Loop beside Walmart.
Friday night lights to early morning deer stands, Anderson's General Store in Statesboro is your tailgating and hunting headquarters. Boots from Ariat, Georgia Boot, Irish Setter, Wolverine, and more, we have a pair for you. Check out our Costa and Ray-Ban sunglasses. And apparel from Columbia, Carhartt, and Drake. Dove, ducks, deer, we have all your hunting needs. And tailgate with a Big Green Egg or Traeger grill. Pack in the flavor with delicious sauces and rubs. Haul it all home with a utility trailer. Anderson's General Store, a general store, and so much more.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles earning the number 3 seed in last week's Sun Belt tournament in New Orleans. They ended up taking on Louisiana Monroe in their opening round, knocked them off, then went on to the semifinals to take on UT Arlington. Unfortunately, some tough calls going against the Eagles. They had a lead late, but weren't able to come back. Let's get out and see some of the highlights. 3, 2, 1. New Orleans, Louisiana, the site for the opening round for the Georgia Southern Eagles as they were taking on Louisiana Monroe early on. It's Monte Glenn getting this one to go as the Eagles with an early lead. ULM fights back, getting to within 4. The Eagles right back as Tukey Brown stops and pops the 3. Georgia Southern up by 10. A nice dunk by Isaiah Crowley, who'd come through with a career best 21 points. ULM hanging in there, getting to within 1. The Eagles right back after ULM cuts it to 1 once again. Georgia Southern, David Lee Jones with the 3. He'd finished with 17 points. Second half, more from Jones, building the lead to 21 points for Georgia Southern. Crowley hits another, and the Eagles go on to win 81-64.
Came out in the first 8-10 minutes, we played very well. And then we had to slow the game down at the end. It's a tournament basketball game. We didn't want to wear our guys out. But we played great the first 10 minutes, second half. And, you know, the thing about it is momentum doesn't carry over. So it's one win. We're on to the next. We play a good Arlington team tomorrow, and our guys will be excited to play.
Move on to the semifinals. Georgia Southern taking on UT Arlington, and the Mavericks with the early lead. The Eagles staying close. Nice layup by Simeon Carter. Arlington right back as they tie the game at 12-all. Later they'd increase their lead to 5. Second half, Georgia Southern trying to mount a comeback, down by 10. Tukey Brown with the basket. Then Quan Jackson with the slam. More from the Eagles. Jackson hits the 3. The comeback continues for Georgia Southern, cutting it to 2. Then the Eagles take the lead on the 3-pointer. But in the long run, UT Arlington proving to be too much, and they'd go on to win this one by a final count of 67-58. And as for the Georgia Southern baseball team, they were on the road this past weekend where they took 2 out of 3 at UT Arlington. Up next, they'll be hosting Little Rock Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at J.I. Clements Stadium. Friday night, then Saturday and Sunday afternoon. All right, stay with us. We'll head out to the high school baseball diamond coming up next.
No credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
Well, the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets last week finally were able to get in a couple region games. They've had some forfeits from Johnson and Savannah High and Beach, so they finally got a chance to get out there and play a couple of games. Not real competitive games as the Jackets rolled over Windsor Forest. Let's send you out for some of the highlights. Southeast Bulloch hosting Windsor Forest in the first of 2. On the mound, freshman Logan Herring coming up with the inning-ending strikeout. The Jackets scoring early and often. Dylan Rooks getting this one to get into right. The RBI single next. Tucker check. The deep drive into right. This one good for a 2-run triple. Looks like the Knights might end up getting out of the inning. But trouble on Tyler Bailey's infield pop-up. This one will fall. 2 more runs score. The Jackets up 6-0. More to come as Michael Rigdon singles home Bailey from third, and it's 7-0 Jackets. And they go on to win game 1 15-0. So we move on to game 2. Much more of the same. Nice defense in right by Ethan Shannon, making the nice sliding grab. On the mound, Colby Marsh coming through with the inning-ending strikeout. Offensively, Rooks with the RBI single up the middle in the bottom of the first. Starting the scoring. Later, it's Marsh beating the throw to first and bringing in another run as it was 3-1 Yellow Jackets. Zach Carson adding to the run total with the RBI single into left. Tyler Bailey scores to make it 5-1. The runs just keep on coming. Riley Emmerich with the single into right, plating Logan Herring, making it 7-0. Rigdon continues to pile up the RBIs with the single into right, making it 12-1. In the second, it's Rigdon again, another RBI into right. This one good for a double, 2-run score. And finally, it's Rooks with the bases loaded. He drives one into right field. And the Jackets complete the sweep, winning game 2 by a final count of 20-3. So up next for Southeast Bulloch, they'll be playing Benedictine, a big game coming up on Wednesday, 5:30 over in Brooklet at Southeast Bulloch. As for the Statesboro Blue Devils, they have a 3-game series going on this week. On Wednesday, they'll be hosting Wayne County, 6 o'clock there at Mill Creek. Monday and Friday's games in Jessup. All right, that'll wrap it up for this week. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.